with Samurai Champloo. It's
Uh-huh.
kind of similar to the same thing that they did with Samurai X and Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah.
Rurouni
Okay.
Kenshin, Kenshin Humura was actually a real person too, with a cross-shaped scar on his face,
Ah, okay.
based off of a real samurai. The only difference is they kind of romanticized the way he got the scar in the
Yeah.
TV show and the movie. The way that the actual samurai got his scar was that he was actually hit in the face by a spear.
Oh,
Mm.
Yeah, so that's how he got his scar. But they always have to kind of dramatize it for the consumer.
Anime.
Yeah, wasn't the other guy from that, the Shinsengumi guy, what's his name, Saito?
Yep.
Wasn't he another real person? Because I've seen that character in multiple animes.
Yes, he was. Saito,
Yeah.
I forgot his last name, but he went by different things, not just Saito. But the Shinsengumi was like a real faction anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Because Saito is the name of the guy in Eden of the East too, isn't it? Isn't he the main?
I think it is. Yeah.
I think Saito is his name.
Most
Oh,
Saito
side note
characters
for
are
everybody on the stream, I don't know if you've heard some of the news going on in the YouTube space, especially in the gaming space the last couple weeks. There's been some dirty dealings going on YouTube. I don't necessarily want to go into a lot of detail here because it's very sad for a Christmas stream. Let me just advise everyone that comes to my stream. All right, I want to make this very clear that this is for your safety. All right, do not share personal information on my streams. I know we've got a lot of young folks that come here. Do not share your personal information with anybody on these streams. Okay, that's just a word of safety to all of you, young or old. That means no real names. Don't give out your real names. Certainly don't give out contact information, and do not give out your age under any circumstances. Okay, and I'm saying that for your safety because I care about all you guys, and I don't want some of the stuff that's been going on YouTube lately to have a negative impact on the folks that are a part of my community. In a later show and on a later stream, I will go into more detail. I don't want to sadden the Christmas stream with the details because it's very, very sad.
Is
But just
there
to
a
keep
place I can
yourself
look it
safe, huh?
Is there a place I can look it up?
Yeah, like
I think I know
I'd
what
be
you're
surprised
talking
if you don't already know what it is.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about, actually.
So basically, there's some people on YouTube taking advantage of other people. That's what I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
And so everyone on my streams, especially because usually older folks don't do this because you've been in the world long enough to know it's a bad idea. But for my younger folks have a tendency to be trusting when they're around people that they like. But you still have to be careful. And no matter where you are, even on my stream, please do not share personal information. Don't share where you live. Do not share your age. Do not share your real name or any contact information. Now, the exception to the rule is, like when I do giveaways, obviously I'm going to need an email address to send the giveaway to you. But I never ask anybody for any other information beyond, you can make up a fake email address for all I care, and I'll send it there when I do the giveaways. So just be advised, and as we continue to do the streams, don't give up personally identifiable information. No real names, again, no contact information, no location where you live, and certainly not your age. All right, there's people out there, unfortunately, as good as some of us try to be, there are folks out there that do mean you harm. And I don't want that to be the reality for anybody that comes on these shows, okay? So just putting it out there, folks. Thank you very much. So anyway, back to the show. Back to talking about anime. I forgot to mention that at the beginning of the show. But yeah, I will do a more detailed show talking specifically about what's going on. If you're curious, but just take my word for it. And any social situation you're in, not just on my streams, but any streams you go on, any YouTube channels you go on, anything you're doing on social media, do not share that information. Right? Like and I don't even share that information, to be honest with you.
While we're on the subject of oh my god, whatever, we're on anyway. But it's not exactly an anime, but I actually just made a video on this. But has anybody heard that Samurai Jack is coming back to TV?
Wow, really?
I heard that rumor that they were gonna start going back to replay episodes, but not actually go back and recreate.
Oh no,
episodes.
no, it's confirmed. They're bringing it back. There's a whole little teaser trailer and everything says coming 2016.
Oh,
Hmm.
Yeah,
interesting.
Confirmed by
confirmed
who?
it. Adult Swim, because it's going to run on Adult Swim time block. Genndy Tartakovsky is coming back to direct it. It's got like, I don't know if it follows the art style of what the trailer was, which I don't know. It might have just been a stylized trailer, but it looks great. And there's for what it looks like, the silhouette of Jack, it's been redesigned. So it's like, ooh.
Well,
Now,
Phil,
was that a good
what-
show back in the day? I've never seen it.
Oh, yeah,
was
that
a
show
good
was great.
Yes, that was the show.
That show was greatness.
It was two shows that were just amazing for Cartoon
The time
Network.
period,
And that was
Samurai Jack was great.
Samurai Jack and Invader Zim. Well, Invader Zim was
Yes.
Nickelodeon, but still.
Invader Zim was before its time. I think if Invader Zim started like a few years ago, I think we would have gotten a lot more than what we did.
See,
Because
I
they're still
actually
trying to
tend
like bring back
disagree.
Zim.
I can a little bit
because
disagree
I
with that
feel-
one.
Uh-oh.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Get to your podiums, gentlemen.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Well, I just feel like, look at the cartoons that have come out in the past couple of years on Cartoon Network, on Nickelodeon, stuff like that, and then look at Invader Zim. I feel like, because a lot of people, I think half these cartoons are just dumb as all get out, but everybody seems to like all these cartoons that are coming out with like all this super weird humor and awkward stuff and whatnot, and oh my gosh, that just set that up. But like, and I feel like if Invader Zim came out like now, or maybe like, I don't know, maybe like 3 years-ish ago, something like that, I feel like it would be like, it's a cult hit now, but like back in the day, it didn't get the ratings. It's like, you know, it's the same thing with a lot of them TV shows, you know.
And what's the name of the show you guys are debating? Because
Invader Zim.
Invader
Okay,
Zim.
yeah, I haven't heard of that.
But, you know, I don't know. I felt like it might have done better today, and it might still actually be on the air, and they might still actually be making episodes of it. I mean, but I have the DVDs of Zim. I have all 3 seasons of Zim. I have all 4 seasons of Samurai Jack.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm just comparing it to what they got going on now.
I mean, but when you really look at it, I don't think Invader Zim would be as popular now because they have so many other cartoons to replace that kind of cartoon. The reason why it was so exciting back then is because it was new and it like no one was doing anything like that before.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
It was, well, first off, it was really, really adult humor. It wasn't just like for
Yeah.
kids, and that
It
was
had
the
very
only
smart humor.
yeah. It was the only show that was actually doing that back then, other than maybe Powerpuff Girls, because Powerpuff Girls has a lot of adult humor in it that no one really can like